Follow along in this video segment as we take a quick peek at the Eagle Eye timing software. Let's get started. As we open the Eagle Eye program, we see a convenient tab structure to the right side of the screen. Before we get into that area, I'll briefly mention a couple of other items of interest. First, you'll see the frame rate measured in frames per second in the upper left-hand corner of the interface. This number tells you if you are viewing a live image from the camera connected to the system. Right below that is the timecode overlay on the live image coming in from the camera. This timecode can be customized with size, color, and placement on the screen. Toward the bottom of the program is the video timeline. Notice the button on the left side. This button moves from left to right during the playback of a race in the assigning times process. It is very responsive to the video when clicked, held, and dragged left or right to advance or retreat the video, like this. Another feature that works with the timeline is our live bookmarking feature. Typically used during a distance race, the operator, while recording the finish of a race, presses the spacebar on the keyboard just before each athlete crosses the finish line. During playback, you'll see green tick marks on the timeline. Using the Control plus right arrow key hotkey function, the operator can skip over dead video space at the finish line and jump right to the next finishing athlete, and from there, advance or retreat the video in slow motion or frame by frame using the left or right arrow keys on the computer's keyboard. Now we move on to the tab structure to the right of the screen. The features and functions in these tabs are used for the setup and operation of the system, and each tab has its own little yellow question mark button. Clicking on this yellow button will bring up a window that is specific to that tab, giving the operator support in setup, operation, and troubleshooting. These callouts are simplified versions of what is found in the user guide, allowing the operator to be self-sufficient. You see the first tab the software opens to is the Race Trigger tab and is highlighted in green because the focus, after obtaining a live image from the camera, should be setting up and connecting to the wireless trigger. This tab also has a feature to engage the manual start option if you aren't working with a wireless trigger, convenient for cross-country or road races. You can arm the system from this tab. However, the operator spends most of their time during a meet in the Race Results tab, and arming the system using the Control plus F12 hotkey feature is the method of choice to arm the system, rather than clicking on this button, allowing the operator to remain in the Race Results tab for the duration of the meet. The Race Results tab is where the operator imports or exports the shared event and results files with the meet management application used to set up, seed, and score the meet. This is what the interface looks like when an event file is imported. You can see that by clicking on a different event, the listed event information below changes. During the assigning times process, the operator sees the times entered for each athlete as the race is read, like this. When I press my 2 key on my keyboard, a time is populated in lane 2. At the bottom of this tab are various options for LED scoreboard and or live results integration. Quickly moving through the other tabs, we come to the Finish Line tab. Use the features in this tab to assist in the setup and alignment of the camera prior to the meet. The easy-to-use camera alignment tool creates 2 intersecting lines at the exact center of the image sensor on the camera. Line up the vertical on the leading edge of the finish line, and use the lane lines to level the camera with the horizontal. The Image Enhance tab serves as an added boost when working in challenging lighting conditions. The Record tab shows the amount of time the system can record given current set frame rate and free hard drive space on the computer. The Camera Settings tab allows you to choose between cameras if more than one timing camera is connected to the system. For instance, if having 2 finish lines is set up on the track, you can switch between the 2 cameras that you set up prior to the meet. To switch between the cameras, simply single-click on the camera you want to use. Lastly, the Adjustments tab is where the operator controls the exposure and frame rate of the cameras connected to the system, including the Witness ID camera when connected. That covers a quick overview of the software. Be sure to check out some of our other videos where we go over things like settings and controls, operation of the timing system, as well as tips and tricks and problem solving. Thanks for watching.